Hello there, you're watching New Vision TV. Thanks for joining us. Before we can take a look at what's making news, the Harvest Money Expo is on from the 15th to the 17th of this month at Nambola Stadium at the entrance fee of 10,000 shillings. There will be training sessions that will cost you 10,000 shillings as well if you want to take part. Now, this year's theme of the expo is farming as a business. And now we go into the news. Eric Okello Otellu was the unbelievable Christmas gift to his family in December and the miracle they had long prayed for. For 5 years, he had been reportedly kidnapped. His family lived in uncertainty and feared he was dead. But where was Okello and how did he find himself home? We have more on this story.
Okay. It was the 9th day of August 2013 when then 14-year-old Eric Okello Otellu did not return from school. A student at Chambogo College School in Wakiso district is reported to have stayed at school to sit for his French examination that day.
I've been going together, the brother and him. But that day, for him, he went ahead of the brother because he had to sit his paper. They had already started exams. And for him, he was doing the paper, the other one was not doing. For him, was doing French. So they left, went to school. So in the evening, it was a Friday actually. In the evening, the other one arrives back home, his brother arrives back home. I asked him that, where is the other one? Because I always told them to work together. He tells me that today was in a different class. For him is doing French, I'm not doing French. So I waited for them to come, he was nowhere to be seen. So at around 7 we got concerned, moved around, checking, because that had never happened before. We did see him. So the following Saturday we went to school. Being at the school, we got the teachers. They asked the teachers about him. They say, no, we can't give the details unless Monday. You come back on Monday. We look for his friends. Maybe the friend will tell us the whole story about it.
His father, Patrick Otellu, had arranged for his children to always walk together to and from school. Okello, the second born of 5 children, had previously been kidnapped when his were from his old school, Nalia Senior Secondary School, and released a day later. So changing and putting Okello in the same school as his brother was his way of keeping him safe. But for the second time, he was kidnapped.
Why we took him to Kiambogo College was in early SS. Why we took him to Kiambogo College was for his safety, because in early SS they tried one day to do the same to him, but it's like police closed on them. So they took him, I think, for one day. The following morning they let him off the hook and he came back. So the reason we took him to Kiambogo College was for him to what? To work together with his brother. Such that whatever happens to him, the brother will take care of it. But as fate could have it, unfortunate bit of it, that day, I don't know what happened. Because the brother did not stick to what I had always told them, that you have to do what? You have to work together.
With the help of the school, his friend Gilbert Mulangira was to disclose that Okello was bundled into a supposedly government car by men as he walked ahead of them. According to his father, Mulangira told them Okello thought they were relatives.
Monday, we get up very early in the morning, went to school, got his teachers. So the teachers called one of his friends to ask where he could have gone. So the friend comes, and if I can remember the friend's name, I think was called Mulangira Gilbert. So ask him about what happened to his friend. He said, I was moving ahead of him, he was behind me. Certain car comes, it was a Pajero, blocked his way. People came out and banned and pushed him in the car, and they drove off. That was a bit disturbing bit of it. So we realized that it was a kidnap. So we asked him that, what did you do about it? Why didn't you come and tell us about what happened? He said, I saw it was these relatives. I said, no, how can relatives take somebody like that? Looking at the boy at that age, we could not push him in the wall so much because we asked him questions which he could not answer, like, did you pick their number plate? What did you do about it? Why didn't you tell us it was your own friend? We couldn't push him to the wall. Now the next step was to report the case to police that he was gone. Police tried what they could do, searched for him. First reported to Nalia police post. From Nalia went to Kira. Because Nalia is under Kira, so went to CPS. CPS, that file went to Special Investigations Unit Kireka. Those ones tried what they could do, but nothing fruitful came out. So the Vision as well helped us. I think they did about 3 publications on him. They wrote about him. We could not see him. That was the disturbing bit of it. All those years we have been trying, we could not see him. Trying very hard left and right, we could not see him.
The search for Okello did not yield any results. It even cost the father, Otellu, his job at Mulago Hospital as an accountant. He has since been in the village in Soroti district.
Staying here would also became a problem for me. Where I was working for about 4,000 workers, 3,500 to 4,000 workers. So whenever I go to town, I meet one of them. So he has to ask me a question that, have you found the boy? Definitely the answer would be no. And you feel, the person feels sad. And that one disturbed me. So I said, okay, I think Kampala is not favorable now because it reminds me a lot of what happens. So I decided to go and have a rest in Soroti, do some small things.
Patrick Otellu's life again took another twist when his wife, Juliet Alale, sent him a text message on December 19th, 2018, informing him that their son, who had been lost for 5 years, had returned home.
19 is December 2018, just last month. I was seated at home in Soroti. I get a call from the mother. She called. I didn't want to reply because I didn't want to be reminded of those stories. Because I expected something to hint around home affairs and I did not answer her. Yes, I remained seated. Then immediately she texted me a message that Eric is back home. Came at around 5:30. I was seated with some people, so I remained quiet. I thought she was joking. I thought she was dreaming about it. Then I asked myself, 5 years and around 2 months, something 3 months like that, and somebody is back home.
Patrick Otellu asked his family to have Christmas with their son, promising to join them on December 31st. For Okello's mother, the shock that gripped her when she got to know that her son, who went missing 5 years ago, is in the house was unbearable. In a mix of tears and laughter, Juliet Alare sees this as a miraculous return.
She did come, the little girl comes in the bedroom. I asked her, where's come from, Joa? She came and she told me. I asked her, who is in the city? She told me that Eric is back. I said, what? Mommy, your son Eric is back. I said, God, thank you. I knelt on the bed and I said, Father, thank you for bringing him back home. I said, Joan, Eric is back? Yes, Mommy. Eric, the one Jordan follows. Mommy, all those questions, I'm confirming. I said, yes, Mommy. Now I go down. I came in the city. Eric was seated where I'm seated. I said, you come back home. Good to see you. He was just wants to burst in tears. I said, Eric, get up and hug mommy. He started doing wants to burst in tears. I told the sister, please. Children, Eric is not getting up. I got up, hugged me, walked down in tears. I comforted him, I consoled him, I told him we love you as a family. We're happy to see you back home. Rest assured that we love you. I called all the children, we prayed. After praying, calmed down, I told the sister, make for him tea and hot water for baby. And then after that, that's when I called the dad, he took the name. I had to take similar message. Then I called my boss and then I told him, okay, let's go now, let's go, we'll have a fellowship Wednesday.
Unfortunately, their second-born child, who is now 19 years old, has never said a thing.
I asked him that, where have you been and how were you treated where you've been? I saw sadness in his face. So I didn't want to go into that sad bit of it because it was like rewinding, opening what he didn't want to reveal. But all along, I thought he was doing it to me only, but he's doing it to even his brothers and sisters. Normally I don't interact with them. He's so reserved, he's so withdrawn. He can come and sit here. If his brothers and sisters come and join him, he can watch TV for his lifetime, he walks away, goes to the bedroom, doesn't talk much.
His family is desperate to know, but doctors say he should not be forced to open up. It will come with time.
So they told us that normally we need not to go into those areas of asking him where he has been. With time, it is him to tell us the whole story. Yeah.
His mother worries of a big scar on Okello's foot. She says her son has never had any scar. The father fears his son may have been tortured, but he says they have to be ready as a family for what may come after. On 2nd February 2018, the family held a Thanksgiving ceremony for the miraculous return of their son in their home village in Aukot, Gweri Sub-County, Soroti District.
We had to pray. The ultimate thing we need to do in every situation is prayer. In fact, the joy of the Lord was my strength. That was what we had. Each time we pray, we have a routine whereby each child leads prayers. And every time that child leads prayers, we remember to pray for Eric.
But for Patrick Otellu, revenge is out of question. But he hopes that government follows up with the case.
We're putting it to government and say, what are you going to say about it? What are you going to do about it? So if they have to take a decision, it is them. We can't influence that decision. And we can't back them out of that decision. It is purely in their hands. That's my thinking.
Though Otellu is back home, a lot of questions remain unanswered over his alleged kidnap. But Otellu hopes his son, with help, can live a normal and fulfilling life. Okello is now 19 years, going to 20, and could have been joining university had he lived a normal life. This report was compiled by Jackie Achan and Timothy Murunji for New Vision TV.
Moving on, the Inspector of Schools in Mukono Municipality, Olivia Bulya, and the Goma Division Schools Inspector Farida Nassol on Monday closed 3 schools due to lack of the minimum required standards of the Ministry of Education. The operation comes after the Minister for Education, Janet Museveni, ordered the school inspectors and education officers to make sure unregistered and licensed and schools without the required minimum standards don't open for the first term. Bulya identified the schools as Dawn Integrated Nursery and Primary School located in Goma Cell, Springs of Hope High School in Chiwango Cell, and Bright Hope Junior School at Nisindye Cell, Goma Division. She said that though they moved to all the substandard schools in the municipality, closing them and warning them never to open the schools without fulfilling the request standard, a number of them declined to abide by the closure notices. Now, the Forum for Democratic Change has rejected the new bill that seeks to provide for the election of the Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Opposition Chief Whip, Deputy Opposition Chief Whip, and the Dean of Independence through secret ballot. The Administration of Parliament Amendment 2019 bill was tabled in Parliament by Andrew Baliayanga, Kabala Municipality, and Medad Luega Segona of Busiro East on Tuesday last week. The FDC spokesperson Ibrahim Semuju Uganda said the party would not support the bill and asked all MPs elected on the party ticket to follow suit. In sports news, when Godfrey Walusimbi, commonly known as Jaja Walu, left Kenyan outfit Gor Mahia for Kaizer Chiefs last year, his dream was to win titles with the South African side. Little did the Uganda Crane star know that his dream would collapse just 5 months into his 3-year deal. Last Thursday, Kaizer Chiefs announced the left back's departure from the club, a decision that will not only affect the player, but one that also denied Gor Mahia full payment of his transfer fees. With the player transfer window closed on January 31st, it remains to be seen how Walusimbi will preserve his fitness in the build-up to the 2019 African Nations Cup finals in June. However, Gor Mahia insists that Kaizer Chiefs will have to pay the remaining balance for the player's transfer fees. You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at River Ssezibwa. This relatively small river found in the southern central part of Uganda, particularly Buikwe district. In a drive of about 40 minutes from Kampala, one can get to this river. Its waterfalls, known as Ssezibwa Falls, attract various activities that one can engage in, and these include camping, bird watching, rock climbing, and of course the most common one, swimming. Let's take a look.
Just like some of the rivers in Uganda, River Ssezibwa also starts from the westlands of Lake Victoria. Its source is located in Buikwe district near the town of Ngogwe. The falls on this river push through the rocks, providing a perfect view, while at the site, on one side of the falls and river is a small rainforest that is habitat to animals such as monkeys and birds, while on the other side is a beautifully mold ground with fig trees, and on the fringes are thickets of bamboo trees, shrubs and bushes. The activities that take place at this waterfall include culture walks provided by guides, bird watching, rock climbing, and extremely exciting camping experiences. Now for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere in the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug/video. Now, the Harvest Money Expo is on the 15th to the 17th of this month at Nambala Stadium. Entrance fees 10,000 shillings only. There will be a series of training sessions that will also cost you 10,000 shillings if you want to take part. This year's theme of the expo is farming as a business. My name is Lynn Komjisha.